we're speedrunning Japan's tallest mountain, Mount Fuji. Let's go.
The current world record holder for a Mount Fuji speedrun is Ruy Ueda, a legendary Japanese mountain runner. This man is a beast, having run all 4 routes up and down Fuji in under 10 hours. For normal people, one route can take up to 10 hours. We're Megan and Ben, definitely not pro mountain runners, but by using some of the speed strats he used, we will set a world record of our own.
Let's go.
These are the strats. First, some people climb in the evening, sleep, then climb again when they wake up. But that's not fast enough. We start at 5 a.m. and our time stops when we hit the summit. Ruy was sponsored by Red Bull, and we are not. I hate Red Bull. But we want to see if it actually helped his time. He ran all the routes, but we picked the most optimal one. The Fuji Yoshida Trail. Some may call the oxygen tank a hack, but official rules allow it as the oxygen levels drop 30% on the mountain. Finally, we have a top secret strat to guarantee that we set a new world record at all costs. So with that, let's do Ruy proud.
Fuji has a total of 10 official stations on the Yoshida route, starting with the 5th station as a base camp. 5th to 6th starts off pretty easy and oxygen levels are high, minus the wind.
Nobody tells you about the dust. The wind is so strong, it just pelts you. So I have to climb up sideways like some sort of crab.
At an hour in, we're on pace for a world record when we run into an 87-year-old Japanese legend.
87. He said, "Why are you taking a break? You're 25. All right." That just made my day. We're an hour, 20 minutes. I think that's world record pace.
It was not world record pace.
But after breezing past the 6th station, we realize this climb is no joke. Not even 2 hours in, Ben is starting to really feel the no oxygen status effect.
Put one foot in front of the other. Miserable, tired, sweaty, sleep deprived. A cliff face. I'm gonna have to be really careful here.
And we still have 2 stations to go before we could get any oxygen tanks. So listen, I get why Dream would want to cheat all of his speedruns, but we aren't going to resort to that. A couple hours in, Ruy would have already been up and down the Fujinomiya Trail. If this were a Mario Kart time trial, Ruy would have already lapped our asses, which is just a testament to what a monster climber he is.
All right, we got our splits. 2 hours, 17 minutes.
7th station.
7th station. 8, 9, 10. Almost there.
They were not almost there.
All right, Megan, we're at the 7th station. What's our fun fact?
Fun fact is that women didn't used to be able to climb Fuji. It was like, the 1900s when they became allowed to climb Fuji, because women are impure, so can't climb such a pure and spiritual mountain. Should have stayed that way, because I don't want to be here.
So we made it to the 7th stations, only 3 more to go till the summit, which doesn't sound so bad, except it turns out there are multiple 7th and 8th stations, so you can climb for an hour and still be seeing cabins labeled 7th station, which does kill your motivation. Enough people must have been having their runs ended in between them that they wanted to have more save points. So we have to fill up our stamina bar at the next station with Snickers bars. Ruy probably didn't eat Snickers on his run because he was sponsored by Red Bull, but it's possible Big Bull is suppressing the truth of his success.
It's time for one of these bad boys, finally.
Little known time save. If you eat a Snickers bar, you actually get 3 hours deducted from your time. So we're gonna finish in about 3 hours, I think. All right, let's get a time check and a lap. Good splits, good splits, good splits. Still on pace for our world record.
Of course.
So we continue our ascent to the first of many 8th stations and bow in front of the Torii Gate to pray that it wouldn't really take us another 262 minutes. The next section is absolutely brutal. It takes multiple frame-perfect inputs, plenty of near deaths, and unfortunately, a lot of breaks, which we couldn't afford since our time was already suffering.
What's our fun fact, Megan?
From this station up, Fuji is actually private land.
Oh? Whose private land?
Some shrine association.
And what does that mean about climbing it?
I'm trespassing.
Trespassing, oh, very fun. We're literally goated. Oh my God. Box like a fish, box like a fish.
At this point, Ruy would be on his 3rd trail. Watching him fly up the mountain like he did some kind of wave dash, moonwalk, wrong warp, cheese skip got us wondering, how does he do it? Does Red Bull really give you wings? No, they got sued for saying that. Or is this guy just built different? It was these philosophical ponderings that kept us up at night.
As our time was already slipping away from us, we encountered the ultimate challenge that might doom our world record run.
Alrighty, so the top is closed at the moment. Day is young, but at this point they're turning people away at the 8.5 station.
This was devastating news for our run and makes more sense when you know about the goddess guarding Mount Fuji. Kono Hanasaki Hime's temper is said to rapidly change the weather on the mountain. This is no longer just a speed run, this is a battle between us and an ancient goddess who does not want us to see the summit.
I think this is the hardest stretch. Between the 7th and the 8th gets brutal. That looks a lot like safer.
It was not, in fact, safer. As our willpower was called into question by the incoming inclement weather, we found ourselves worrying not about our record, but whether or not we'd make it to the top at all.
I'm getting kind of delirious. You gonna hang in there? Hang in there.
However, we quickly found our guiding light, Hideaki-san, and Oji-san steadily making his way up the mountain right alongside us.
Less than 3. I think a lot of people get hurt here. This spot is like one of the roughest spots on the whole trip. Am I crazy, or did it say 2.6 last time?
We got some much needed encouragement from some Japanese construction workers to keep us going.
Ganbare, ganbare.
And after being filled with determination, our boosters are charged and we're on fire with the indomitable speedrunner spirit. We're in it to win it, even if we don't go anywhere near as fast as Ruy. Plus, we still have our secret weapon to ensure we set a record.
I gotta get to the next station because I am ready to set the world record for fastest pee on Fuji. Keep the mic on for the toilet, right?
Give me the bathroom review.
For being up on a mountain, fucking mint. Yeah, it was good. They had a little spray thing that you had to use instead of flushing it, so that's the only kind of weird thing. But otherwise, had a sink, had hand sanitizer, so I'm happy.
Arriving at the 8.5 station, we expected to be turned away like we were told we might be, but instead we were greeted by the goddess's favor of good weather, and we used our oxygen exploit. And as you can tell, we really needed it.
Slow down. Are we there yet? 5 more minutes. You said that 5 minutes ago. I need to pee. We just stopped at a pee station, but I didn't need to go then.
As we get closer to the top, every switchback takes us longer and longer.
Getting really dangerous here. No guardrails, all this wind.
And after 8.5, it's hell because there are no more toilets, no more rest cabins, no more water. We were on our own with a total of maybe 2 brain cells to rub together.
All right, Megan, what's our fun fact?
Buddhism once said that life is suffering, and there's no escaping that, especially on a mountain like Mount Fuji.
You can really feel the desperation as you come upon the 9th station. It's basically just a pit in the ground as it's too far up to maintain safely with storms constantly battering it.
One of the things no one talks about is how quiet it is up here. It's crazy. It's like, and when a cloud like passes over you, it just kind of insulates the sound like you're the only person in the world. It's crazy.
One must imagine Sisyphus climbing Mount Fuji.
But unlike a speedrunner glued to their gamer chair with G Fuel locked and loaded, we were dealing with the real deal Cool Mountain. We were no Mario doing double jumps up the cliffside. We were panting with every step, basically crawling up to the summit. We're faced with the realization that this challenge might be too much for us. And when we've just run out of motivation or are about to give up, down from the heavens descends the one and only Ruy Ueda, here to give us our final push up the mountain.
あとちょっとで山頂です。ここまで来たら頑張りましょう。山頂からですね、見える景色っていうのはもう格別ですし、そこまでね、頑張ったっていうところで自分に自信が持てると思うので、最後まで頑張ってください。応援します。
Well, that was good timing. Didn't know you could take a Zoom call from up here. So after we've given everything we have, we push ourselves to take the last few steps to the summit, and our timer finally comes to a stop.
How do you feel? I'm gonna die. We're here. We're at the top of Mount Fuji. We didn't die. No one got hurt.
Not yet.
We're hungry. We speedran Mount Fuji. We didn't do it fast, but we did it.
A bad speed run is still a speed run. I'm so oxygen deprived right now.
With a final time of 7 hours, 41 minutes, and 38 seconds, we celebrate our climb, but we're disappointed that we didn't set a world record. Or did we? This is where our final secret strategy comes in.
We knew all along that we weren't gonna beat Ruy's time. I mean, look at us. That's why we chose a hyper-specific world record we knew we could beat. So, you're looking at the fastest YouTuber couple to ever climb Mount Fuji on one of their birthdays, and also one of them is a redhead.
And we were so lucky that after we returned home safe, Ruy was kind enough to chat with us and congratulate us for our climb.
いやー、すごいおめでとうございます。コングラチュレーション、メガン・ベン。いやー、多分苦しいところもあったと思うんですけどね。無事登頂した。いや、素晴らしいです。日本一高い富士山に登ったことをですね、友人や仲間と共有してみてください。そして、もう下山したらですね、自分をたくさん褒めて、美味しいものを食べて、しっかり休んで、次のチャレンジに備えてください。お疲れ様でした。
So while we may not be as fast or as cool as Ruy, we had a lot more fun thinking of this challenge as a speed run and using the strats the world record holder taught us. Let's say it together. Thanks, Ruy! And maybe the real speed run was the friends we made along the way.
Boo, tomato, tomato, tomato.